Bruce, could you come in here for a second?
I could have used a little more cowbell.
Yeah, let's roll. I sketched the charts, plotted my big move. Market maker snipe, let me in the groove. Sweat drip hard, but I'm smiling through. More falls won't catch me. I'm switching the view. Side hustle flop, but I'm back on track. Turn a loss to a win. Now I'm leading the pack. The plan's tight. I'm dripping with flair. Outsmart the game. I'm the king of the air. Survive the hunt. I'm shattering their traps. Season the day. No more setbacks. Locking my plan. I'm blazing the fight. Survive the hunt. I'm still in the light. Too smooth. I dodged that tip. A friend's wild bet. Market makers trip. Now I'm cashing the set. Late night grind. Turn to a victory lap. More falls can't touch me. I'm setting the trap. Boss laughed once. Now he's calling my name. Wealth's my crown. Fueling the flame. Survive the hunt. I'm shattering their traps. Season the day. No more setbacks. Locking my plans. I'm blazing the fight. Survive the hunt. I'm still in the light. Survive. Shine. Yeah. Stop. Stop. Stop.
They're jacked on the market's turn, chasing meme coins where the tickers burn. Crypto fiends, veins hot with greed, Hoyt only dreams in a blockchain need. While it's stacked with coins, no sleep. FOMO's got them diving deep. The wide on trades in a digital dive. Market swings, keep the buzz alive. Yeah, yeah. Sorting Satoshis, hooked on the rush. Pump and dump, chasing that crypto crush. From the Discord down to the moon they saw. Crypto junkies screaming more on call. Sorting Satoshis, no stopping this high. Riding that wave till they crash and fall. And no brakes, they're losing their minds. Addicted to the blockchain grind, grind, grind. They're preaching about freedom in the pixel storm, but the banks tapped out, their dreams deformed. Rig in the basement, mining for bucks. Power bills got them down on the luck. By the dip they yell, eyes wild with hype. While the girls like, babe, you're losing the fight. Checking the apps like a dealer's hit. Every red candle's a gut punch split. Ooh, yeah. Hooked on the rush. Pump and dump, chasing that crypto crush. From the Discord down to the moon they saw. Crypto junkies screaming more on call. Floating Satoshis, no stopping this high. Riding that wave till they crash and fall. All in no brakes, they're losing their minds. Addicted to the blockchain grind. Swapping dope for a coin that's cursed. Lost the keys, now the heads might burst. Rogue polios, just hold a pain portfolio, screaming you're going insane. Talking DeFi, NFTs in a haze. Mama's yelling, get a job, no craze. Bull run fever, but the bear's in play. Still snorting Satoshis, they're fading away. Snorting Satoshis, hooked on the rush. Pump and dump, chasing that crypto crush. From the Discord down to the moon they saw. Crypto junkies screaming more on call. Snorting
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's presentation. Before we begin, there is a prerequisite ceremony of the cowbell. You may now grab your dingalings and join in. You put the cowbell in. You take the cowbell out. You put the cowbell in. And you shake it. You shake it. You shake it all about. That is what the ceremony of the cowbell is all about. Sex with queens, cashing in my stash. Greedy high, straight up, asshole on blast. Genius vibe, know the market's past. But the falls are ghosts, yo, lurking in the black. Greedy high, setting traps, I can't track. I'm running through the charts, sauce on overload. Escorts in the jet, diamonds on the road. Beaches with the crew, tripping on the green. Cocky with the cause, king of the sea. Portfolio's a throne, I'm too fly. Grease my fuel, watch the market die. Greedy high, chasing that boom. Lambo skirt, mansion touching in the moon. Paris drip, Dubai haze, diamonds flash. Sex with queens, cashing in my stash. Greedy high, straight. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the turkey. For
those of you out there that have hit that like button, I trust the train. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, frogs and squirrels, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. So glad to have you here. How's it going, everybody? Watching Bitcoin just kind of hour after hour just trickle down a little lower, a little lower, a little lower, a little lower as we start going into Saturday. Yet I'm looking over here at Crypto Bubbles and watching some of these bubbles get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, cool. That's not too bad. So looking over here, what we're up today, what, 1, 2, almost 3% in some cases here, especially over on this guy. What's taking all the fun over here? APX, Aventus, I think is the name of it, Amantis. Taking all the glory. Some of these coins not too familiar with, might have heard them in the bypassing, but now here they are taking off. Sun token. So we're seeing some BNB chain coins take off. Now, if you recall, a few weeks ago we saw Ethereum take off, and Ethereum coins were on the rise. And even saw Solana, and it's still getting a nice little uptick, and a little uptick in some of those coins. And we're seeing an influx of money flow, or money coming into BNB and BNB chain, and I think that's interesting. It is the first signs of an authentic altcoin season that we look for those top layer coins there, those especially those big layer ones, the big three, I guess you would call it nowadays, starting to do nice and good there, and Avalanche should be one that's starting to come in too. We're seeing it hold more strength. So, and as those start building up, the projects on those chains, those dexes, Are you feeling me? Those DEXs, decentralized exchanges on there, if they have a token, especially if that token has favorable parameters, especially if they're doing any kind of a sharing of fees or anything like that, because that, with the new regulation that we got coming in, that can be a very attractive reason why those things may go back poop crazy. If there's a way that you can make money incentivized to buy them, and that's when the things are starting to open up here. So instead of just always, now I got nothing against the meme coins, because the meme coins on those things are helping to pump up the price, right? But just keep in mind what's going on in the bigger things, so you can make some smarter plays there. Okay, all right, little degen things, just for that's for the degens that we're out here just chasing what goes shiny, right? And that's cool, we can make money that way. But if you want to make some wealth and some better term plays, do what the bigger money's doing, and they're backing these layer ones, and they're backing these dexes, and trickles into the smaller projects, right? Okay. So that's what we're seeing here going on, in my personal opinion. I think if we come over here, I haven't done it yet, but I think if we went over here, can we go to, can't we get into the chains? Yeah, that should tell us. If we were to go over here and click BNB Smart Chain, it should give us a lot of the tokens over here that have been pumping, right? And the last 24 hours, Aster, A-S-T-E-R, tied with Binance, pumping. Now, I think these are cool and they're going up, but I do think it'll be short-lived. Meaning, I don't think this will go on more than a week or two. There's money being forced into here. I don't know. You can call it what you want. Look at it however you want. All I know is that the money trail's there, and you can ride it for a little bit, and you can ride this rodeo and make some money on it if you're careful about it and don't marry these coins. Even, you know, even the buy high and sell higher, you can take some of those risks. But BNB doing really, really good, I got to say. And you're seeing it over there on Aster. Open Ledger, just looking here, I'm going to make a little list of coins that we can take a look at over here on this chain, because Open Ledger looks like it's getting ready to do something. And that one hasn't ticked off just yet. World Liberty Finance, WLFI, the one that you love it, hate it, whatever, hasn't been doing very much, but they're partnered with it. I would take a look at it. It's kind of rangy right now, right? Let it settle in there. I'm going to go ahead and open this little guy up a little bit more and get some more. Whoa, 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 what'd you do? What did you do? Oh, I see what you did. You naughty little minx, you. I'm going over the ones that have been pumping for the last 24 hours. So why don't we take it to 7 days? Last 7 days and look at those charts. Ooh. APX has done it right there. Can't look at that one. That one's way up too high. Trust Wallet. Good day on that one, right? DEXE Dex. That thing is up. They're all doing so good. World Liberty Finance, we can look at that one. That one still hasn't rocked off yet. This one, what is Cheems? Is that worth anything? I'm looking at that. And XPR. They might compete with Pump.Fun. I wonder. What I'm doing is I'm looking at these over here. I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for price to, ooh, Open Ledger, OPEN. Oh, I already got you. Okay. That one. All right, and then we're going to take a look at some of these others too, right? Trust Wallet, you're already pumped up there. DEXE though, what's up with you? Merlin, MERL, that one. And of course we got Cake. Cake has already been taken off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 20 people hanging out with me. Without further ado, thank you for being here, by the way. We're going to be looking at what's going on over here on Total 3. Now, I think this is kind of interesting, right? We got it in a channel idea, and it looked like it was breaking that channel down, but she's riding right beneath it, and basically it's just You could adapt the idea, oh, this is some kind of bear trap, or maybe we could just take this. I got wicks over here. If I put that to the bottom of those wicks, it kind of comes right to the bodies here. We could include it and widen it, however you want to do it. It's respecting this area, this generalized fuzzy area. So some people be like, you just broke the railroad, doc. That was, you know, if you're a traditionalist, orthodox, trend line drawer there, I may have insulted you by doing that. I'm so sorry. Yes, if we do break that line, then we can go up to the upside, and that's going to be ballsy. That's cool. We could get a nice little pump this weekend out of these altcoins. So if you're looking, if you want to, you know, be a little ballsy and try to make a few moves before they go up after they've dropped like they have over the past several days, probably not a bad play, because it looks like they want to come up and go higher than what we had over here. We'll take that each end of that information into account on each individual coin that we look at. The first one I'm going to take a look at tonight is BNB, because BNB and Little Weed. Look at you, $1,075. Remember this thing was hanging around 225? Nobody, you know, thought anything about it. It got up to 300, but yeah, it was a turtle. It didn't do nothing. It's BNB though. It's always there, 250, 300. But eased up to 400. All right. Hung out at 600 forever, right? Seems like, feels like. I don't know. Look at it now, though. Man, if you just been steadily throwing your gains into that, you know, you take profit here and I'll pick up a little bit of BNB, a little bit of Ethereum, a little bit of Bitcoin, instead of holding it all in just all dollars. Just saying. Yeah, you probably got a little nicer come up. Your bag's a little exponential growth there, or you know, a little boosted. You know, you got the Miracle Grow spicy fertilizer added onto your portfolio bags that a lot of other people aren't thinking about, right? Yeah, you got some extra nutrients in there to help those bags grow nice, fluffy, green, and bigger. And those are some of the little tricks and tips that can make a difference in how you navigate this market at this time. Does that mean go put all your stuff into BNB right now? Hell no. But the next time that we get a nice big ass market crash, I mean, might think about that. Don't fade the BNB. Look at you. You broke out of this kind of makeshift, hopeful little channel that we got. Now, if I take you over here with that angle to where we are, well, you still right above it right there. It appears to me, my fellow nerds, that we are trying to head up to this new little area here, about $1,160 for BNB. Will it make it there? I don't know. But with CZ behind it and whatever, and I don't know what's going on over there. I'm just saying. And we just cleared one of those areas right now. Oh wow, look at you. For real. Honey, you got to chill here, and it's at a perfect place to take some profits right now. I'm just saying, at $1,081, do I need to do that? I got a BNB play over here. Back you up just a little bit, and where are you coming in at? 2.238. Okay. I think it's fascinating. What do you say, Helen? We got 3 touches right here. Let's see where they extend out to. Is it? No, you didn't get there. Is it underneath it? More underneath you. More underneath here. Suggesting that there's another whole fun channel. You'd be going up to there. You would be going up to there. Interesting. We'll keep you on the back burner, mister. Open it up, baby. Open it up. So BNB is just basically looking good, but definitely at an area to take profit. Coming in on the 4 hour, and we see the nice little rounding that's going on right there. And I always like to see it rounded. We like things that are roundy over here. I don't know. There's just something comforting about things that are just roundy, things that are soft, and even things that are jiggly sometimes. And I don't know. I just think if you really want world peace, I think boobies have something to do with that mixture. I'm spreading the love, spreading the word of love and boobies and even Jesus right there. Hard to think you'd hear those in the same combination, but hey. Right, there we go. 10.84. Looks like a great place to take a wee bit of profit, in my personal opinion. Let's take a look at some of this other crap that's been popping off. I don't mean to say crap so much, but let's take a look at cake. We'll try not to spend too much time on it. We'll stay on the 4 hour right here. I still got a juicy target right around the 365 area. If she's going to come out and knock out this high, which she might as well. You made all these higher lows. You might as well take out these highs. That was 331. She's at 299. Yeah. Call me a moon boy now with these targets. Yeah, say it now. The targets are too high, man. No, nobody's been saying that, but I can see how somebody would think that sometimes with some of the targets I have here, but there's a reason why I have them there, because, well, they can have it in my personal strategy. In my universe, with unicorns and rainbows, they can. All right, so TWT, Trust Wallet. Also got a big boner today. Oh my gosh, look, what the? Well, now I know who's, yeah. Yeah, now I know who's been stealing all the Viagra out of the medicine cabinet. Now it makes sense, doesn't it? Freaking Trust Wallet. It's got a boner to be. Those are candles made to be ridden, I guess, is what we could say. Oh, let's measure this little sucker and see how it's coming along here. No pun intended. Hopefully you don't take anything too serious that's been poked at you in fun, because then you might be pregnant. Right here at the 382 area. Great area to be taking profits on that little move right there, you know. But if it grows any more, it might come up here to 166. I know. I don't know. Definitely a grower, not a shower. In the last little bit, it's been at 77 cents, and now it's 140, doubled up. Notice before, when it does go up, it usually gives those gains right back. Hence, this is a great little place to get paid right now. And if it gets up to 165, 167, it's another great little place to get paid. Because out of all the times that it has been up here in these areas, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the past, I don't know, almost 2 years. It didn't last very long. It's had more. Oh my God, why am I in this token? Oh, this sucks. Why did I buy this? Why did I listen to that flag chaser? And you get all this stuff going on down through here. That's not the fun part. This is the fun part. It doesn't last long. Get paid. All right, if you're in it, and if you're not in it, know that if you're chasing, you'll probably be the next little group that gets stuck up here. Okay. All right. So moving on. AVNT. Oh my God, it's moving. I got to get some. Oh, look. Let's chase it. Oh, no, you don't have that big of a chart over here, do you? AVNT. That was Binance, right? Let's check you out on, how about, well, you got more going on. What's going on? Ooh, look at you. What are you doing, darling? I see you deviating from the path just a little bit. Just veering to the left of center. Are you trying to go in circles? Because, all right, well, she might have a few little higher targets there, man. She's at 170 right now, right? And I would normally use fibs for this, but I'm just gonna do it. Oh, come on now. There we go. We're going to put you as a measure move. Right there. And that's a good target area where it's likely to get some rejection. I'm going to respect this idea of a channel. It's also a good area to get some rejection at 202, but you know what? Gosh darn it, I think we will pull our little fibbies out and see what we got here. Oh, that cool. Let me get you on up there, mister. So really close to what we got with our other measure move idea right there, about 214. Can you hit that? I think it can definitely hit it. It can hit it. And even, I mean, here's another school of thought, right? The people that play this idea as a channel itself. I mean, you got a measure move idea from there doubling up that also gets you really close to that same target area. Geometry has a lot to do with this. I don't know if you guys have kind of figured that out, but it does. And W.D. Gann had figured that out. And of course, he had some very unique and advanced different ways to do geometry. Some borrowed from Middle East and things like that, India. Interesting ways to look at it. Let's take a look at OPEN Open. Now this one may be interesting. She's in a nice rounded bottom. I don't know anything about the coin or the project. I'm just looking purely at the technicals here. And see that we're testing our juicy little buy zone. And then my next two main targets for this kind of setup would give us these kind of gains from here. 25 to 40 to almost 50% gains on open. And this is September, so this thing is pretty much, you're new? You're that new? What are you? Or what are you? OPEN. What's the tokenomics look like? Open Ledger, that's the name of it. You're at $1, right? That's when we at $1. And you got 1 billion. Okay, that's doable. That's not out. That's not crazy. You got a $217 million market cap. Small market cap. Okay, room for growth. Look for it to go to 1 to 5 billion, 1 to 2 billion. Hopefully, cross our fingers. Getting to 500 million market cap is at this point in the game is nothing. And that would be a double up. All right, so all-time high was $1.82. That was 12 days ago. It's down 44%. All-time low was 13 days ago. This is 43 cents, and it's up 130% from that. What are you exactly, Open Ledger? The next generation blockchain network for AI. Yay, how many more do we need? How many more we can get? Because we always get flooded with copycat coins and all these other things. Okay. Now, I think this one's Binance, right? I think it's one of the Binance things, which is hot right now. Oh, the website looks cool. It's got a good beat and I can dance to it. That means they're okay, right? Got to do your own homework on something. If you're planning on holding this thing, I'm just looking for a trade. From what I can see, but the ecosystem, what is that? That felt like it was just coming right at you. All right, Aether, you're on here. Explored ecosystem, Kato, alt layer on virtuals, hyperbolic. I like that word, hyperbole. Trust wallet. All the ones that happen to be up. It's like they're in a club. Near. Near. Speaking of near. All right, so this one open. Yeah, just open. She's testing that area where she needs to clear it. That was also the bottom over here. To me, this is a support resistance flip area, Fibonacci area that we need to break up above. Next target is about 129 once we can do that. I see the curve happening, and no matter how you want to look at it, even if you were to draw a trend line, you didn't see my trend line. I saw a trend line you didn't see. And I see them, I just don't always draw them. And here's another one right here. That could be the breakout, and you might come back and retouch these breakout areas or these little Humpty Hump areas right here. There's a support resistance flip right here at 93 cents. So there's some places she can be coming downs to. And even on the smaller time or smaller pull here from this high to that low, see she's at some areas to, it can come down a little bit, okay? But they got the up. That's a good juicy area. I do like 126, 127 area. Well, let's go open. If you're in it, maybe you can get some of that. MYX. This one's been a fun one to play when it's going up. It sucks when it's going against you though. But when it's going up, it sure is a fun one to play. And I'm trying to figure out, are you ever going to come down here and bounce? Because I'm looking to see if it's actually going to come down here and touch this $9.88 area one more time, and if it's going to hold it and come back up just a wee bit, because baby, that's a fun ride. Put a little leverage behind this little guy, and it just coming up to $16 is that just no leverage at all. It's 48% gains, right? 5x is, oh my god, that's almost 200 and something percent x, yeah, or percent gains. What? Yeah, and then can that happen? I would hope. That's my wishful thoughts, because I'm trying to get a little position built up this thing while she's down on the low. But if she keeps coming on the low, I'm not going to be too happy, because that means you sucked, road dog. Your idea sucks. But I got this Ichimoku cloud over here on the 2 hour saying, "Hey, big boy." And that's me. I'm big boy, by the way. Hey, big boy. You want to have some fun? Because I do want to have fun. I'm like, you want things to go up? And I'm like, yes, I do want things to go up. And okay, so the big Ichimoku cloud is being very enticing, trying to get the price to erect, if you will, in that direction. You feel me? There's a crack right there. I think it's going to aim right for that little nudge, that little area right there is what I think it's aiming for. But until then, we got all these little wicks over here. I don't know if that's wicks or is that dribbly lines. However you want to interpret that, I'm looking at it that we want to get away from this area down here. Maybe it's too wet or sticky. I don't know, but I would like to see us kind of come back and regain over this yellow 200 moving average. But right now it's saying screw it. I'm just going to jump in it. You get nasty. I'm just saying. Over here. This is where you're trying to go. I'm just trying to tell you, MYX. Did we look at WLFI? They got ties to Binance too, right? And I think a lot of other places. It's coming on the up and up here, man. Higher lows in sequential order there. I wanted to say sequential. Thank you for making my dreams come true, everybody. Sequential. It's a fun word to say. I dare you to do it with me. Who did it with me? Okay, I'm being silly. So 23 cents is the area I think we're going to come back up to. We've been up there several times. Mate, will this be the time that we can actually break on through to the other side? I found an island in your heart, culture in your eyes. All right, so it's definitely sharpening up this dagger looking. Wow, you look like Friday the 13th or something, like you want to stab me with this spear or whatever. Maybe it's the music. All right, so I trust these however you want to, these symmetrical triangles and whatever. A lot of times they can break out on one side. They can even revisit down here and end up being rangy rather than a nice breakout as we expect. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I never met one that I like, but hey, if they go my way, I'm tolerant. but hopeful. I say that because it's targeted at 28. It maybe take some patience to get there. It looks like it don't have much to go to get there, right? It's just 5 cents. But out of these guys, I'm just saying, it may take some work before you see that. Frogs and squirrels, ladies and girls, boys and girls. Let me come over and say hello to everybody. How we doing, everybody? 27 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
So it's September 20th, everybody. Wow, this whole year is just almost gone. A lot happens this year. Good things, bad things, scary things, wild things, things that make you think about life, where you're going in life. Is this bull run ever going to freaking come on us? Oh my God, why am I in crypto sometimes? And sometimes like, oh man. Where were you going with this, Road Dog? Well, year's coming to a close. The month is getting to the end. We're coming into October. That's Halloween time, and we may retire the turkey during the month of Halloween and go back to our original face for that month. I'm just saying, this is what happened. We've been a turkey face for almost a year now. Yay! And I don't know. I like Halloween. It's just fun. I don't like anything dark, but I think it looks cool. All right. All right, so how's it going, everybody? You got Silver Days out here. Congratulations on being number 1 tonight. Silver Days. Yeah. Right. They get excited. We got Stray Guy in the house. Reese John. Mr. Rodot. Mr. Reese John. Crypto Squid, what's going on? We got Crystalline. We got Floki's Angel says, hey dog, love your show. Oh. Yay. I like that comment. And we got Duality C. I see you there, buddy. Justin Makasek. Sexy ass clown face. And we got Gator Squatch in the house. There's Jackson saying, can we please chart fetch? Which reminds me, I should have done this earlier. Being attacked by this microphone. Put my request marker into the chat, and that way if you got a coin request, I can come back there and find it easier. I'll go ahead and put that one, take a look at FET. Is this my current list? No, I flipped it over. That was a long time ago list. Gator's Squad has got a gem pick for us. It's Layer AI. I remember that one. We'll take a look at that one. It's got partners with Microsoft and Oracle. We'll take a look at that. Hey, there's Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber over here. This is what his channel looks like. You should go over there and subscribe, is all I'm saying. Hey, you're growing more, Joe. Look at that. Awesome. So go give him a like and subscribe. Check him out. Resonate with Joe. He shows you the mindset. He shows you, man, what you need to hear about trading and mindset, and especially support resistance. There is your man over there. And I swear, every time I'm over there, I learn something new about TradingView. He's like a TradingView master. It's just like, that's crazy. He knows more tricks than than I can shake a stick at. Not that I go around shaking sticks at tricks, or not. Unless they pay good, then we get out the feather duster. But that's a whole different story. But that does let me segue into something that we've got to have a serious conversation about right now. And that, of course, is the OnlyFans footsie group. And I'm just saying, if you feel in a certain kind of way when you come here, and you want to take it one step further, no pun intended, well, maybe a little bit. If you would like to get in that little private area, and just go the same thing we do here, just a chart, and instead of this little nasty little arrow pointing to like right here, well, you get my feet pics of the day pointing. My big toe will be pointing right at the price target for our trade setups, and that is what they say is worth every dollar, every $100 that you spend a month here, every $2,499 that you generously donate, because that's tax deductible as a tip. Make sure you write tip into the little thing, like I love road dog tip. Okay, yeah. And yeah, you're good, baby. So right there we go. The OnlyFans footsie group. Mwah. All right, so there we go. That's my only shield for tonight. Let's take a look at FET. Fetch AI. 64 cents. We're going to zoom out on the daily and ask questions. Like, what the hell you doing, Fetch? So I'm looking at a trend line over here. It's a little crooked, and I'm going to try to straighten her out as much as I can, and we get a little bit more, but not everything. But I like that a little bit more. Doesn't tell me too much other than, hey man, we might be coming back down here to 55, 54 cent area there. That could be happening. Making a little smaller series of lower lows, but no major lower highs here. Why, if I had to guess here, ladies and gentlemen, I would think that first of all, I'm going to get these things. No, that we probably already did that. I'll leave you there. But got some local targets here coming in at 109, 116, and 124, and that's all fine and dandy. But just to give you a bigger picture kind of idea, that one right here at 77. This one overlaps with one of our other ones. I got that thing, and 148. Basically targets that we're looking for on the upside. Looking for this to actually make another higher low here, and then gradually work its way up to here, and eventually attack this guy over here at 224. That's where we were at almost a year ago in December. Hard to imagine that in this whole year after December, when it was up and it came down and looked like she's trying to go, and this was a moment of hope for a lot of people in December. Yeah, finally, with crypto starting to work. Oh man, might even add a little bit more to my bag since she's going up, because I could see it coming back all the way back to here. It needs to do that, right? And that was a valid thought at the time. But those bigger weekly indices were saying, maybe this party's over. You need to be taking profits and not going in. Those bigger indicators were telling us something different at that time. And of course, they ended up winning out. And so up there, from $2, it drops down to, oh my God, 36 cents. Why am I in crypto? Yeah, it sucked and stayed there for over a year. So if you didn't play it right and you didn't get out and take what little gains that you had, because it probably seemed like it's not enough, if you held that, then you could get sucked in on all this stuff. Or if you're just investing, which I gotta say, and I've got a bag of this, but I wasn't actually actively playing it over here. Mine's been, actually I got in somewhere way back over here when FET was very cheap, and I've just been letting mine stake, and that was actually a good idea. And so I guess I can fall into that category there, but I've had it staking, and the rewards have just been they compounded quite a bit. If we ever do get back up to these areas around $3, I don't know if we will or not. Oh baby, that's a come up. That little bag turned into quite a bit. So there's definitely different ways that you can play it. So let's come down to the 4 hour, if you don't mind. That's kind of where I like to watch things through the weekends. And there is still, this is where we get into the tea leaf reading right here. This is my favorite part, the moving averages, because they tell me what the momentum is feeling, all right? Some people have got some simple strategies with these moving averages, and it's like, I gotta wait till price gets above it, or if price gets above this one, then I'm just going to go in and work, and that's good, and that's applicable. But there's a lot more that they can tell you. These charts can talk to you, and this is one of my favorite ones. So make fun of it if you want to. I know a lot of people say, you got a lot of lines, look like spaghetti on there, too many indicators. Nobody's ever said that, but I would, you know, they might. That's something I hear. You don't need them at all, you just need price action. And you can, but you can also be wrong a lot of the times because you miss something them indicators caught that you didn't catch with that price action. And here we got a total bearish flip over here of these bigger indicators. It lost some momentum here. It's going to take a lot of work for it to flip these things on these bigger moving averages here. They flip bearishly, so more than likely we're going to be ranging. You probably don't want to hear this, but where is this? About 58 cents and through here. We'll probably be ranging here for over the next couple of weeks, probably, until we can start working our way back up to 80. But that's okay. That's okay. That gives you time to accumulate it for a bigger move, because like I said, the dollar and things like that over here. So the closer you can get to 50 cents, which I don't think that it will get to 50, 55, maybe if something goes south over the next couple of weeks, which into October, and it will be give and take. This is normally Rectember that we're in right now. We've been very fortunate to have a pretty decent September. It's just been either kind of surprise goods or a bunch of sideways, basically. And altcoins have been coming around a lot better. So if I had to draw this into a shape, my friend, if I had to put some kind of parameters around this little guy and respect what it's given me so far, I would come up with something like this. It'd be more like an ascending triangle. So what we would hope is that this will hold at about 59 or 60, but it doesn't mean it has to, because maybe it's not an ascending triangle. Maybe it's more like a falling wedgie and she's just getting down to a new little bottom there. Maybe it's something more like this. Who knows? Maybe it is something more like that. Oh no! See how that could work? All I know is if we are going to respect trend lines, well, these are the ones that when it disrespected it there, disrespected this one at these areas. And yeah, if you take that idea into account, oh look, why didn't it come down here and get my targets down here? Well, maybe it was doing this and it catches right here about 61, just a little higher than this last low there. So we got so many scenarios that can play out. Now I can't tell you which one. I can just tell you what might happen, and we see what happens at each one of those areas. Or that's if it matters getting in, right? If you're a position trader, you don't give a dang about all that. You're just pyramiding in down here. It doesn't matter. You're building a bag. So, because this is what this area should be used for, is building a bigger position so you can get the real money when it comes up to these targets and even higher. Because we're trying to find coins that can make us good gains in this market, right? Or what else are we playing on? All right, let's take a look at this one over here. This is Gator Squatch's Gem Pick. This is LAI. This one's been around for a minute. It says Layer AI. It's at 0.00044 cents right now. $1 million market cap, very, very tiny. 3 billion tokens, maximum supply. Circulating supply is basically 2.3 billion out there. This is what it looks like on the chart back in 2024, so a year ago, just a little under a year ago. It was hanging out at, what price was this? You're not telling me. How odd. That's market cap. Let's go with price. That was market cap. Oh, here we go. That was your market cap. The market cap exploded up and then died down right there. Exploded up and then died down right here, and it's just been dead ever since, right? Okay. But it got up to as high. Well, let's just go over here and look. All-time high on this one was 14 cents. That was 2 years ago, 2023, in the bear market, I might say. And it's down 99.7% from that. So on that idea alone, that's a pretty good thing for a lottery ticket play. all-time low was 3 days ago. It just got its all-time low and it's already up 43%, like it may be doing a V-shaped recovery or some idea like that. Let's take a look at the chart. Let's see what it is. Layer AI. It's the ZK Layer 2 blockchain that powers AI resolution. It is available on BNB, so that might be, remember BNB coins are kind of, and Solana. And Ethereum, so ZK Layer 2, it's interworkable between all of those. But any pumps to those ecosystems could be a benefit to this one too, so that's something to think about. All right, so for this price and that many coins, I'm thinking, okay, now if this thing was 13 cents, or hell, even if it was 1.3 cents, I'd be looking at this like, I don't know, man. That for this many coins, that's too much. These zeros will fool you. They will fool you, man. So you can get a lot of these for a penny right now, and you should be able to because there's a lot of them. But that $1 million market cap, man, you know how many times that can double and triple in here? If it goes to a $50 million market cap, I'm just saying. So yeah, this one, and my trading group that I used to be in a long time ago, and I think this one's been around for a minute, right? I think last time I was in it, they were talking about Layer AI and they played it. I don't see what I'm looking for here. But it's available, it should be available on most exchanges. Oh, you're on COINEX? Are you on futures? Oh, on COINEX? Because I might play on futures. All right, let's take a look at LAI. Layer AI. Oh, you got that's okay. You got your pump up today, right? It was on a downward spiral, and it still might be, right? I'm just saying, this looks great for today. It also looked great when it was doing something similar over here, and then it didn't look great anymore. It looked great when it was doing it over here, but then it didn't look great. It looked fantastic, until it did it over here. This one even took out the local high, but it didn't get this one. Pay attention to that, okay? Not just on this chart, but all your other charts. Okay, it's a good start. But as soon as she lost this low over here, that idea was cooked. All right, so what we need to see out of this one is see it take out this high. And hopefully not come any lower than this low, since you're already there, right? You already broke above it and you're testing it. You need to hold this level that you're at right now. For real, for real. All right, so let's zoom out. Let's take a look at the daily. So a lot of people will look at this and they might be scared. Wow, you really, yeah, we looked at this one a long time ago. And it looked like it was back in, well, not too long ago. How far does this go back? This one's been around for a while. That's Mexi. KuCoin, let's try that one. No, that's something different. Okay, this one. Why not COINEX? There we go. There's some price. I like having price history. Oh, wow. Look at you. So, is this a rug pull, or can this one make a comeback? Those are questions I cannot answer. What I would do... You don't have a GitHub over here? Well, I mean, something. Monetization coming to XRP? Internet of AI. I mean, it looks all... What's that? NFTs or something? It looks all cool, but... What did it say? Amazon? I think you mentioned something like that too. All right. So the play would, or the hope would be that it's going to come out of the depths of hell, because that's where it is. When she goes below over here, her lowest lows of the low lows, she is in the depths of hell. She is in Hades. Now I'm going to take a pip pull from the low here to the high here, and I'm going to see where we come. And I'm expecting a 1.1. Oh, you went so much further than where I thought you would go. You went into the scary Netherland region. You went to the areas that I don't typically look for right there. You give me a... That's 886, right? Could you be? Give me just a moment. I'm trying to, I'm trying to verify if we're in bottom territory. I'm just going to take it that we are, since for the last 3 or 4 months, we haven't made any lower areas and we've kind of held it. And I'm just going to update my pulls here. And we had a line over here. That was our 236 area. So we looked at this one before. Probably recently. Haven't been too long if I had a line there. Unless it just happened to... No, I can't see how it would have worked anyway else. Alright, so we got that idea. We got... Ooh, look at you. 382. I'm getting some good reads off of this. These are bigger target areas. Notice how it can spike up pretty good when it wants to. That was a 300% move there that happened over a period of a couple of days. So it can do that, definitely. I'm going to go ahead and mark out a few bigger target areas here since we got these pulls up. So for a swing trade idea, this is the daily. These are some pretty decent targets, and it sounds crazy right now. But that was 1,100, oh, it's 1,000% gains to that first target at 0.006. Last time we were here was in March, about 4 or 5 months ago. So went up there and then gave it all back. Also, right around March, we were up 1,800%, 1,700%. That's, 17 to 18x. You're looking for, oh my god, why can't I ever get a 25x or a 50x coin? To get those x's, you need to find the ones that have the opportunities like this. This has got a 30x possibility here to go to 1.5 cents. So they're out there. It's just that, are you willing to play them? And it doesn't take much to play them, and I don't recommend you take a lot, because at this point, you're going to be the spike. Look, this is a good deal, honey. I'm going to put in about, I don't know, let's put in 25, let's put in about 35,000. Yeah, thank you. You're that green bar on the chart now. Thank you for everybody that had limit orders here wanting to take profit. You just paid them, mister. So you got to nibble if you're going to make these plays, in my personal opinion. Little here, little here, little there. And you break it down, you break it on down. We do the same thing all over again, right? And it tells me anywhere below 0.0024 is still a juicy price. You know what's crazy? It's also telling me that anywhere below 0.00009 is still a... Oh my god, this is so juicy. So I'm just marking out all these 236 fib areas, which are not only tell you where buying is a good buy point, but there's also some good take profit areas, because those are areas that we need to go touch and talk to. So in my personal opinion, even though she did make a lower low over here, it needs to, some people will not be happy on this at all just because it's at a bottom. Some people will get a hard on, like me. I'm getting a stiffy right now looking at it. This is still on the daily chart. You could wait for a breakout, and that would be an entry idea. Wait for it to get above one of the most recent highs over here, 0.00078. Get above it, maintain it. That's an entry idea. Wait till it gets above this area here, 0.001, psychological support, also 236 Fibonacci area. Get above it, hold it. There's an entry point, and you're still getting in at some really good places right there. My take is that if you get in, the closer you are to its last low, If it decides to make a lower low, this is my argument, and not everybody agrees. But if you're willing, here's my argument. If you are, can I draw this out? If you're willing to wait till it gets up here for your confirmation to get up there, your options are to put a stop loss underneath here, which will probably get stopped out. It just will. And then you're, oh man, I keep getting stopped out. Why do I always get stopped out? And this is a breakout trade. This is a breakout trade because it's breaking up past here. Now, usually, yeah, you're getting your higher high end, but what happens after that? You usually get what? A higher low. And that usually stops those people out. Once you get sick of being stuck out all the time, you start being more of a bottom feeder. All right. And the whole premise of here, of doing this when you do get past here, is that it would catch and then keep going on, and you got a nice little small risk to reward ratio, right? Your stop loss. So to make this trade work out, for you to do that, you must have, why you look so huge? You got to have a bigger stop loss, right? So an entry way up here, and you probably won't nail it. You'll probably be getting in over here somewhere, right? If you're trying to do this. And then you got to have a bigger stop loss right down here, right? Look, now on this, it kind of exemplifies it because a little move here is quite a bit. That's 67%. Who's going to have a 67% stop loss to get down where you need to, right? Kind of see, it's kind of exaggerated here, but it's truth. It shows the point. So you got to get it tighter just to get it in there. My argument is, well, if I can get close to a trend line, even a breakout of a horizontal like this, or even worse, even trying to get that little area here. I mean, here, look at this idea on something like this. You got this trend line. As soon as you're breaking out of that, I know you made a lower low, but you're breaking trend right now. There's an entry right there, right there. Now imagine this. You take that same idea. What if you did make that? My invalidation point is here. So if I put my stop loss here and I'm getting in here, or even if I'm getting in here, I got a tighter risk management. I know definitely that it's going to go against me, and I got more probability for an upside than the downside. If I get over here, I still got, even though it can be going up, it's still got a chance to come down and stop me out. I don't have to worry about getting stopped out. If I do get stopped out, it shouldn't happen as much as trying to buy the breakout up here. It shouldn't happen as much. And when it does happen, it's because, well, then this setup was wrong. It's trying to go lower lows and lower highs, right? So I'll find out quicker, and then I get more gains because if I got there, man, that stop loss is still crazy. But that's 20%. That's crazy. The moves here on this one's crazy. So therefore, just some of those thinkings there. 29 people hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. I want to come over to the 4 hour and see what's going on. Oh, you doing a retest of my yellow line? We just put it right there. All right, 200 moving averages being retested here on the 4 hour. I like what I'm seeing here, actually. So for me, I see a retest idea. It's got work to do. Don't get it twisted. You're on COINEX? Are you Yeah, you're on COINEX. Are you on futures? LAI. Why no? You're not on futures. You're only on spot. That sucks. All right. Well, the gains I could get on a spot play though. What if I FOMO'd in right now here on this 4 hour, because we got a nice 9 crossing the 200 moving average there. I like that idea. That's 119% up to my first target on spot. I think I'm going to mark this one. I'll look at this one later tonight after this show. LAI. Why are you not showing up over here? I'm not getting you anywhere. Oh, I'm still in futures. The LAI. Put a little star by you, and I will check you later, my friend. Unless I got any no dry powder over there right now. All right, so interesting. LAI. Well, that's my take on it. I think it made a lower high, lower low here. It needs to make a higher high. It needs to. But look, for it to go up there to make that higher high right here, that's 75% gain on spot. You put in $100 here, it can turn into 175 real quick. It'd be easy to moonbag something over here, and you might be able to do it several times. With the amount of spread that you got there on gains, you might be able to build up quite a big moonbag with the same amount. Say, like for instance, $100, and I'm not trying to shield this on anybody. I'm just saying what we got to work with here, because you don't always get that gains on those little moves. Sometimes you'll take that big of a move and you go, oh man, that's only 3%. What the hell? You're like, well, why would I even want to be in this coin? Now, I don't know about the fundamentals, if something's going to happen with the partnerships and all that. I'm just saying it's risky. It's risky as AF because it did make that lower low. But the gains make it kind of balance it out a little bit. 60%. That's not bad. But we got to see it come out and go for this guy and take it out. And maybe it ranges here for a little bit. It could turn into a slower play, and I would set limit orders, man. Like for instance, go for this latest high right here where we were just in May, all the way down. Every Fibonacci, you got to sell. And go all the way back up to there. Now that's 500% gains there, and every one that goes up, you get paid. So I don't know, you put $100 in here on, I doubt you can find this on leverage, or I don't know, you can say $200, $300, or whatever, $100. You would be able to take out, I don't know, take out 10, 25% here, whatever percent here. This is up 250%. You can take out a certain percentage there, 10% out of it. Goes up to 316%, and then take another 10%. However you are. A lot of people do you can pyramid it and take out more as it comes up. And she does another little spike up like that and comes back down, you got paid. And you're building a big moon bag. See how many times it can do that. It may not be that many, but when it does happen, it's worth it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a look at ATH. This is eighth here, which I think may be down a little bit. This is it on okay. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's up a little bit. This is the 4 hour. Okay. Notice how she came up to the 618 Fibonacci right there. And then we get rejected. Berta fall. Nice W pattern. So what happened over here? Because this was a bottom, right? At some point, this chart does not look as beautiful as it was right now. It was just as uncertain as some of the other things that we looked at. What happened here? Price slanted in. We got the big butt crack thing over here. Came down, started slanting up. And this is one that I call the dirty Sanchez, and I think other people have, I don't know. It slants in. We come up with this cowboy hat looking thing and start slanting up. And sometimes they work out kind of good, and sometimes they'll go against you a little bit. This one will, yeah, we conquered that higher high there. That's why you hear if we're down trying to make some kind of double bottom, whatever it looks like, whatever shape, a little bit more pointy than roundy. It wasn't a nice, pretty, juicy, roundy one like this one, but it comes out and they go for this one, right? That should, if it's going to make higher lows over here at some point, it should take that out, right? And it gets an explosive move like that. That's awesome. And so what should price action do right now since we're doing that? Well, at the very basics, we should be coming back to retest this area here, right? Which is what we should do. So we might see us come back to about a nickel. It might even come lower. Sometimes they like to come a little bit lower. Do a full DPoS retracement. Now my little trick for this is what I do is I use Fibonacci. And I'm looking for this little guy right here. Chances are that's where we'll probably find ourselves if we're in a bullish phase where we're going to actually try to get up to some higher highs. And then my next target for me, and it sounds crazy right now until that one day we hopefully come back here and I can say, look, hey. I got to, what did I do there? There we go. So I got 9.3 cents as being a possibility if it should want to do something, get a little frisky. And that's really not too much to ask. It's really not, considering where we were over here. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And it's just right back perfectly to retest that local high right there. Fibonacci says that we could do it too. Fibonacci has also got this nice little area. As a next target. So 7.8 cents out of ATH could be happening after we get a little pullback, and we probably should, right? So I would look for the possibility of us to pull back around here and then go up there if I had to, you know, to guesstimate. Now, I do not know if it will or not, but I'll try to document this idea that that's kind of what I would hope to see. And we'll leave it at that and see what happens on ATH. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. How's it going? An hour and 12 minutes in tonight's show. Let's come down to our 6-minute time frame and spy on Bitcoin. Did you find support? Well, bless your little heart here on the 6-minute time frame. Did you 618 us? Because that looks like you possibly did, and I kind of like that. Yeah, it did. Well, good for you, sweetie. Because on the local targets that I'm looking for now, it's like, so if I'm looking for a little, I don't know, little day trading ideas, this is kind of what I'm doing, right? Or some kind of intraday trading. If I'm looking for my higher highs that we should be going to, we bounced off at 618. Good chance that we did that, made lower highs here. I know it looks scary right now, but gosh darn it. What did the fib say when we pulled it down here? You're in the good little zone to buy it in. We came back into it. And that little guy right there, that one about 116.5. Like to see us go up there, give him a little tumble or two. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we broke this guy, and we were in this channel. Bearish retest came down. Hopefully that's over. We're just broadening out our new little trend here. And hopefully we're in some kind of angle. Just can't really establish it just yet. Hopefully it doesn't have to continue doing any kind of weird, funky angles. But you missed that one. That was the original. So nice. We came down to 115.5 and now we're at 115.6. And if I were here on this time frame, just not that I make this as my main plays, your best plays come from zooming out to zoom in, right? I try to always say that because some people just don't do it. Some people like look at these little small setups on the smaller time frames and try to apply them to bigger moves, and sometimes it's not there to be had. But I think this one's got it, trying to work on a breakout of this little guy. To me, it looks like we got a little mini Elliott wave thing going on here. 5-wave ABC correction. Elliott, will you agree? Elliott? I may need to go smaller time frame. Why, yes, Elliott does agree. Can you see it? The blue stuff. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. ABC correction down. Support at a fib level. Got a nice breakout setup that can take us. And now what we got, and I'm not an Elliott wave trader, but I got the basics, the very foundations down, and that's enough to help me out for what I need to do. Otherwise, I'll be sitting there arguing with myself, or even worse, sitting there arguing with another Elliott wave person. of all the different possibilities that we can be given. But now this becomes a 1, 2, and then the third wave is the juicy wave, which can go well above the 116, right? If that's what we're doing, if we're doing that, oh man, I can't move you around. If we're doing that, then that maybe the 117 could be our actual 3-wave area. Okay. So it's getting kind of juicy, kind of interesting what I'm seeing here. As we start to go into Saturday on the weekend, and it gets questionable because we have lack of liquidity here on the weekends, right? Not that many people coming in, but it's a combination of several factors in my personal opinion. It's also your market makers easing up on their sales and them backing up on their sell orders, is meaning providing bearish liquidity, and them also pushing up the orders from the bottom because they're putting some buy walls there, and they're like, well, they're trying to buy it over here. I'll front run that. I'll buy ahead of them. Ha! Showed you. Ha! Think that market maker? I got it before you did. It's all part of their evil little plan to help push up those prices. So they back off, push up, price starts coming up, and then there's, they're trying to entice. Oh, these coins are rocking. But yet the volume's trickling down. That's not authentic price action, all right? Your little volume indicator. A lot of that's going on the weekends too. So we'll see them try to entice retail in, and at some point they won't have to entice. Retail will be here, and the weekends really get fun. But right now it's a little lackluster, right? Drove some prices down toward the end of the week, whatever options, whatever excuses that we're using, but that seems what we're playing. Sentiment's a little bit, I'm scared, but then all of a sudden everything starts going in, right? Things start pumping tomorrow for some crazy reason. I don't know. Whatever the news of the day is, but whatever reason that we get to get a nice little pump up on altcoins on the weekend is never to be trusted, but it is to be taken advantage of. So if you got your bags packed on them, which I hope that you do, and even now with some of the pullbacks that we've seen on them, adding some of them, there's probably some good opportunities. And then as they start bumping us up, maybe Sunday night, it may not be tomorrow, Saturday night, right? Maybe Sunday night. Maybe late Sunday night, maybe after you go to bed on Sunday night and into the, whenever it comes, there will be a nice little push on these altcoins. Oh man! And the newer traders will start buying to be in a winning trade, right? I'm gonna buy that flag. Look, he says it's a flag to the upside. He knows what he's talking about. Oh, I'm gonna do what he does. And a lot of people will. That's flags are a very beginner approach, and there's a place for them. There's also a place to be very cautious with them. Such as if they've been running up for a minute. I'm just saying. They set traps, and often that trap looks like a flag to the upside. But if you're selling on that flag to the upside, hard to say you're not the winner in that situation. Elliot, let's get you off the screen there. Let's put you to bed. Not with me. For God's sakes, I'm a turkey, you little perv. All right, so 117.80, can we get back up there for Bitcoin? And I say, well, why not? I didn't get on you for you to keep dropping like a rock, Bitcoin. I bought you so you could go up and start making our dreams come true and expose our monetary system flaws and find a better way to make the world a better place, and try not to usher in some CBDC mark of the beast bull crap that more ultimately all these global governments are just getting a hard on trying to force on us. Don't need none of that crap. So I think you're our little sliver of I don't know, something solid where everything gets all squishy, if that makes any sense. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a look at a few random coins if you don't mind. This is one called ICP. We'll take a look at it on the 4 hour. Did you catch down here? Are you trying to catch? Not yet. Haven't made up your mind on the 4 hour yet. We're hoping that's going to be a higher low here. It's trying. Seeing if we can come and take out this high over here at 515, 516. That's got to be our goal. Maybe we can get up to 520 right there. That would be awesome. I said 520. This is near protocol. looking pretty cool at 311. Went and nailed our little target at 330. Wow, I know it's crazy, right? And that's what was that? What was this target we were looking at? Was it one that everybody else was looking at? Did they ever? No, it was one of our 236 fibs from the much bigger pull. I know it's crazy. It's like, but it went there before and went up. Yeah, I know. Didn't you think it's? I didn't know, but that's we use that. That's why we use the target, because we can get results like this. Now, it may be trying to just recover and then go up higher, but for the last few days, that was the one that knocked it on its ass, and that's the one that we had. And so that's where we come over and we say, nailed it! So this is Nia. Did we already do this? May have already done this, I don't know. I need to get a new picture that's got me doing that. Can I do? I'll forget to do it. I won't do it. I'll forget. Okay. One of these times I'll get one of those. Take a picture of you. Look at that cute turkey, all golden brown. Makes you hungry, doesn't it? I know. We got a Telegram group over here, and we go over to the chart room area. And what's that? We'll go over to the vanity wall, and here was some of my. So I was telling you earlier about MYX, right? And here I had a short. I got in at the 1727, and it went down to 14.1, and I was at 11x on that. That's not. That was nice. Made me wish I'd win harder. And then here it is, and then here it is again. Entry price at 15. She just bounces up and down, right? And $12 current price there. This is, what is this? Is cake and cake. I got in at 276, and I've taken some profits because she got up there. It looked like she's coming down, right? Cake. Should we take a look at cake? Maybe I should keep on what I'm doing first, though. Which is to share this picture over here. This is what Near Protocol, NEAR. Nailed it! So we put that up there. Look, nailed it! All right, we looked at cake earlier, right? But what is cake doing? Yeah, now she's at 219, so I'm sitting there selling about 311. So I'm selling some, not all, but because I'm expecting it to do this. He says it country. I'm expecting it to do this. But look at these moving averages. This is the 1 hour. It flipped over. It's bullish. It's bullish. She's going to make a little comeback here, in my personal opinion, and a little retracement, and then try to carry on because for whatever reason, Binance be the shizzle right now. Nice breakout, perfect retest of that idea. Even if you looked at it from this idea, going with that way, you still got a breakout, perfect retest. See how you can be flexible with these ideas and why trend lines are your friend, and more trend lines than patterns. And let me say this. If you're looking at this pattern, you're looking at some kind of fallen wedgie. That's a fallen wedgie. Yeah, it's on the upside. And you'll take your measure move. You'll put it there, put it at the breakout, and you'll get this target right over here at 329. And that's all good. Do that, because you need some targets. You need some targets. But these things also do other stuff, right? And so now we got this channel idea. Not as great, but we still get another target out of that. We put that at the breakout of that channel. And look, that's exactly where we went. Call me crazy. But right here at this area, boom, we did that target. And then you got other people taking these other targets and trying to force them into things and putting them at places before breakout. I don't know, but you'll see that, and you'll see things get moved around. And I don't agree with that. I'm a little bit more picky, but there is another target that we can take from here and put here, and then that takes us right over here to the target we've already got at 368. So And I'm doing this. I'm trying. What I'm trying to do is just show that there's some various ways. You'll see me pull out fibs, and it may look complicated, but I'm saying those same concepts also go with the measure moves. There are measure move strategies out here that you can use and apply them to different ideas. It's valuable if you can look back a little bit and go by what price actually has done recently to find those. And what I see, and this is all in the 4 hour. So that 4 hour chart, just by doing all that, gave me some targets right there. Gave me three good, one of them that we already hit, right? Whereas I see some other people, and I mean, I guess there's a way that you can, you can try, but if you're trying to, well, this is what it's doing, and then we just got some crazy move, which we'll project this thing out, and so I want to see it do this and that, and we get a measure move, and we might get some luck out of it, but how accurate is it? And then you're seeing things, well, I'm going to move it up to this line, or I found that if you take time with this and be a little bit more precise about it, and not try to force this stuff, but also just look at the basics, this trend line, I don't have any kind of pattern over there yet. There's nothing developed. There is a trend line that will develop, and until it starts showing me something different, I'm looking for a channel idea. And if I just connect what I do have, I've got an actual pattern there that's trying to formulate out. Instead of trying to force triangles or flags on everything. But even that, still, the bigger problem I think is trying to get too hard on what's going on the smaller time frame. When we zoom out, look how different it is. Oh my God, that's a different damn picture. We're at a top. We're at an area. We're at a fib area. Did we do this? We did do this, right? Didn't we? Oh, we didn't do this yet. Yeah, see, you're at an area, fib area, where 786, it's where it's more than likely will get slapped on its ass for a comeback, right? Take profit, not flag chase. Not try to find a flag. That was your take profit zone right here. And whether you want to go fibs or the target that we got, the measure moves, the measure move actually nailed it. The measure move actually nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, frogs and squirrels, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I know I wasn't too chatty in the comments there and everything tonight, but just trying to go over a lot of alpha. This is a point where there could be some good opportunities in altcoins, and I just want to make sure that we can present them and everything. And maybe you guys submitted some over there. Let me make sure I didn't miss any fan funding or anything. Yeah, there was anything like that. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in 1 hour 28 minutes, and that is a perfect time to put an end to a live stream, in my personal opinion. 4 hour thing for a Bitcoin, looking a little scary, like maybe she want to come down. Maybe she will. I don't know that she won't. That we're still at the 9 moving average. The cloud makes me think that we could find a surprise push to the downside, but we ain't gots to. Smaller time frames are looking like she want to try to do something, making a higher low, trying to get us up. So I'm still looking for 116 to try to work out of this. When we come over and look at our bigger things, such as let's take a look at others. This is representing our altcoins, and this is it on the 4 hour, and we came down and we're just consolidating, and hopefully we'll hold. We got two options. We either drop or we bounce nice, and I think we got a chance to get a nicer bounce up over the weekend, a surprise little chase on these altcoins than not. And it may take it a while to play out. It may take it into tomorrow night around this time before they do it, going into Sunday. I don't know, but let's see what's happening. This is the 4 hour others chart, come down to the meager 1 hour, and we might be seeing the kickoff of that idea right now. The more green candles that I see coming off of this area here, the better. Nice big cloud invite us. Hope that works. 50's trying to cross barely over the 200, which is called a death cross, but hey, a lot of times when that happens, we get a nice little spike up. Let's hope that we can take out this high and continue up, right? If nothing else, we can at least bounce up this weekend, even if we give it back on Monday or Tuesday. So to me, it looks like altcoins are going to get a nice little bump up. Whether he keeps it or not, I don't know. I would say I don't care, but I do care, because But my caring is going to be, I'm getting paid on the way up instead of chasing, hoping that this is it, let's go. So still, before it gets up, you can get some positions in. I'm going to look at LAI when I get off the stream, since it's on COINEX, and I might try to play that little guy tonight. It looked interesting. Thank you, Gator Squatch, for the gem pick tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and we're going to the end screen, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Trade carefully. It is if you're not from certain countries like I am from, and hopefully that's going to change. That was like a Gary Gensler thing. So I don't know. I hear some people talk about doing MEXC trading there. I used to, and I don't know if I can get back on there without having. I don't know. I haven't heard about the exchanges lightening up as far as where you can go on, but they should start lightening up some, where it shouldn't matter as much on the KYC, that stuff. But yeah, it is one that will KYC if you're from certain countries. But if you're from other countries, it will not. So therefore, y'all know the trick. I've been doing it for a long time, about almost 3 years in there. No problems. But there are a lot of, I mean, it doesn't have to be COINEX. If you do use COINEX, you can use my link and get the biggest discounts on the trading fees. Pancake swap. I haven't used that one in a while, but it is starting. BNB chain's taking off right now. It's probably getting a lot of liquidity there, a lot of good stuff over there. I'll try to be here at 10:30. Justin Makaczek says Tau. T-A-U? Tau. That's entering out a double top scenario right there. I think it might still have a little bit lower to go there. It's at 10 cents. I can see the 9 cent area getting hit. I think she's got an 886 inner. I do. And that's at 0.082 could be happening. Four hours says it's testing the 200 moving average. Now, if that holds, I'm not against it breaking to the upside. You want to see it take out this guy at 12, 13 cents. Doesn't hold, then you're definitely, in my personal opinion, looking for that 8.3 cent area. Here it is on the 1 hour at the 800 moving average. It's trying. It's trying. High or low so far. Oh, double bottom. Triple bottom. All right. Well, it's got some strong support here right where it's at. I wouldn't be mad if that holds, but it needs to come back past 12 cents, man. That is some wild price action. The issue would be the break of the trend line here. It's definitely, if it can bear trap and get back above it, then it can do something strong. So that's what I would be looking for, if it can get back up and hold that and then go. Otherwise, it may just be working its way down here and then try to do something. Good night, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, that was the wrong thing to go with.
Good night, John Boy.
News might break, or it's just a swallow.